right. Here you go. So, hi, dear listeners. This is Carla the editor of She Glows Africa magazine. And today, I am joined by an African powerhouse, this amazing woman who has done great things for African hair. So, please help me welcome today Sonto Pooe. Clapping on my own. I wish I had the effects. But yeah. So welcome.
Pooe. It's Pooe. It's pronounced Pooe.
Pooe.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. What ethnicity is it?
Tswana. I'm Zulu married to Tswana. It's Pooe.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's interesting. Okay, so how are you?
Well, welcome.
No, thank you so much. Thank you for taking your time to have this conversation with us. I can imagine how busy you are.
Of course. Appreciate the opportunity and always happy to share my journey and my story.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so could you just tell me why hair? What made you get into, particularly hair? Yes, what sparked your interest there?
So hair has always been part and parcel of Sonto from growing up as a child who kind of figured her own way around doing her own hair. I realized I was just one of those kids with super sensitive skin, and just vowed that no one would ever touch my hair after a lady who braided too tight, and I couldn't sleep for days. So for me, that was the launch pad. That was the beginning stages of who I later became, because that little experience and me being determined as a young girl at around the age of 8 to do my own hair. I used to proudly display my crooked lines at school. But I didn't care. Kids would laugh, but I didn't care because I felt very proud that, I was doing my own hair, crooked or not. Fast forward to me being a teenager. If I needed anything, that then became what I did. Weekends to earn just a little bit of extra money and to help here and there. So my entrepreneurial spirit started coming in already, and continued studying. I was also quite academic at school. So when it came time to choose subject matters, like the subjects that would take it in high school and later career day, I then ended up in the engineering field, studying quantity surveying. But hair has always kind of called me. So eventually I left that and went back to school and then launched Native Child.
Okay, no, that's interesting. From engineering to, it's an interesting choice.
Yes.
I'm sure your parents were shocked.
Yes.
They were shocked. So how did you, because I'm guessing what sets apart your products is obviously the ingredients that you use. Yes. So coming from a background of engineering, how did you get to a point where now you know what ingredients you need to use? How did you find out about that? What was that process like?
So again, the story of Native Child is literally the story of me.
Okay.
I have always been a child that was sensitive to either this food, that cream, that ointment. And so when it came time to when it came time to creating and the actual brand, and I was conceptualizing, I really wanted something that was a healthier version. Okay. I had at the time been struggling with the receding hairline because I loved experimenting with my hair, with all sorts of hairstyles and things. I ended up losing my hairline.
Okay.
And so I then basically did research on what it was that or what I could do to regain my hairline, because nothing on shelf that I looked for, I found nothing that could help me. So then I did my own little research, and then realized that, wow, there's wisdom in using natural herbs, essential oils, and all these things that we don't really pay too much attention to, that are designed, God designed them to help us in whatever. And so I ended up mixing and, trialing until I found something that works. However, it wasn't until so basically when I conceptualized it, it really was to find something for me that I wouldn't react to, but that would help me regain my hairline. But once I got into the schooling part of it, remember I went back to school and studied, I'm a qualified cosmetic scientist. So once I went back to school and really getting into the industry and getting into the raw materials and the how and the why we use certain raw materials and the how and all of that. I then stumbled upon research that indicated basically the dangers of ingredients that are found in everyday products. I was obviously quite shocked because I had never heard of this. It's not something that's freely available and that everyone knows. When people use body lotions, they use face creams, they use this, they use lipsticks, and most of us don't even know what's in there, and even if it's harming us. So I was quite alarmed by this research. And furthermore, it highlighted that Black women in particular are at the highest risk because they consume, remember the skin is an organ that consumes product. Black women particularly are at highest risk because they consume 6 times more product than our Caucasian counterparts. Again, that was a shock to me. So then I made it my goal to then create products that would be safe for all women, right? But particularly Black women who are mostly at risk.
Okay.
That's where Native Child, that's basically who we serve. It's people that look like me, but also just wanted a range that is for mass market, but that would be safe because most people are, like I say, are blind participant, completely unaware.
And for a while there, Black people, we didn't really, especially particularly Black women, we did not keep our hair natural. For a long time, we've had to, relax or perm, or there's always been an issue with our natural state of hair.
Yep.
So it's really, really amazing. I'm sure it must have been difficult for you breaking into the industry, the hair care product industry, because you're competing with brands that are primarily owned by Caucasian companies. How was that for you? Could you please take me through some of the challenges that you encountered? I'm sure there was pushback.
So it was difficult in some aspects, but in some aspects I felt like the market sort of like opened up. Because I was not regurgitating what was already there. Native Child basically came in to disrupt an industry that had been operating the same way for, I guess, hundreds of years. I don't know for how long, but certainly for my mother, her generation, and my grandmother and my great-grandmother. And so on some level, it was difficult because I was coming up with a new concept. People were still relaxing, and here Sonto was screaming, saying, don't relax. Oh no, but I hate my natural hair. I can't, I don't know how to style it. I don't know this. So the pushback was more from teaching consumers that you actually can grow your own natural hair and learn to love it, and you should not only you can, but you should. And so I became the poster child for my own brand, because I, at that time, had already, I think, grown my hair to below shoulder length. And it's completely natural in its kinkier state. It's as short. It looks like it's like 1 centimeter when it's kinky and short. Once I've stretched it, like I say, it can go. So then we have a conversation, because people almost want to see, but have you done it?
Yes.
So the pushback, I think the pushback is more of a negative. It has a negative connotation. It was more just resistant because we just only know one way.
Okay.
We hadn't seen enough of people going natural, but soon enough. I mean, I think we made enough noise. We got a ton of people to cut their hair and start afresh, and then they became our ambassadors. And then breaking into actual retail, basically they said, all we care about are the numbers. Do you have the numbers to show it? And so I then, at the time, because I was still fairly small and I really had just online, I started off online. I just only had like an online consumer base. I then approached a small retailer, which had footprints in, I think, some of the provinces. And from there, I took that. I think my first retailer was Game. Thereafter, it was Pick and Pay. And then slowly, all of them came on board. But, then you take whatever record you have to say, okay, this is how performance, this is how we've performed. And then it's easy. Once they see the numbers, it becomes easy. The difficult part, getting in, I feel like is easy, but staying in retail is difficult. That's the tough part. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm surprised. I would think because you're competing with so many other brands that are there, then it would be difficult. But to hear that it is fairly doable, as long as you work on it, it is fairly doable.
I think because I came with something, like I said, I wasn't quite unique.
Yes.
Offering something that is very different to what they currently had on shelf. And then also that coupled with the testimonials, the community. Remember, Native Gel brought that community into its retailers. So we had sort of like had been building this community outside the retailers, and once we got in, they want your foot flow.
Okay.
So from that point of view, it was easier to get in. And basically, when you're nobody and they don't know you basically, all you have to prove, they'll give you a few stores. Okay, we'll just give you maybe like just 30 stores. And then if you do well in those 30 stores, they'll keep expanding your store reach. And before you know it, I think right now we are sitting at over, I would say, we approximately are like 1,500 stores across South Africa with all the retailers combined. So but you do start small, so they do test you out. And like I said, because I came with something different, I think someone now, if they want to get in and trying to do what Native Child is already doing, might have a tough time. Because we've been there and doing it for so long, unless you're coming with something new, because they're always looking for new ideas. They call it innovation, new brands, new ideas. But unfortunately, along the way, some of the people that came in around the same times that we did are no longer there. So it's the staying power, I feel like, is more difficult.
And what do you think has been the reason you've been able to stay consistent and to have your products stay on the shelf and to have people keep buying them? What do you think you've done differently?
I think our messaging is quite clear. In terms of who our target market, it's quite clear, and it's quite different from, I guess, everything, the noise. I'm going to call it the noise. That's number one. Number two is having that intimate relationship with our customers. We listen to our customers. It doesn't matter where you're sitting, your DM will be answered. Sometimes may take longer than you'd like, but we definitely do respond to all our DMs and all our queries and all the, if we haven't, say somebody ordered and it came later than what they expected, we just have that personal relationship with our customer base. We have a community, and a native child also, we got in there with a high, our ingredients, high quality ingredients, but it is affordable. So I think that's another thing. We also make sure that people can access our product. Yes, it means for us, we take a lesser margin, but because more people are able to get, it means, we sell. We don't have a problem selling. And then ultimately the products work. I was very surprised to hear that you also use one of our products.
Big fan. No, it does work. It works. They do work. I use the castor oil. I love it.
Yep.
I'm still in awe. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the woman. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah.
So that's another reason, is that because the products work, we don't have to sell it too much. The products kind of sell themselves. Yeah.
No, they do. They do. Are you working on maybe having the products in other African countries? Or are they already there in other African countries?
Yeah, we actually are already in some. So we are in Swaziland, we are in Botswana, we are in Namibia. We are in Ghana through a reseller there. We are in talks to have the products in Zambia. We are constantly growing and expanding, and I guess just want to make sure that our customers, wherever they are, they do have access. Over and above them being available in retailers, people are able to buy directly on our website, and we deliver worldwide.
Okay. That is amazing. Do you have any social issues that you're passionate about?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Please tell me about them.
Of course. Love the youth. Okay. These are our future leaders. And so my mother taught me something growing up. She's a retired teacher. She's a retired high school teacher. Okay. And she always felt and had experienced that if you are to catch the youth, you need to catch them between the ages of 14 and 15, because that's sort of like where their identity is built, that takes them to the adulthood. And if you miss that opportunity, it's very difficult for people to sort of like to find their way. I mean, some people do, but it kind of does become difficult. And so for me, my passion project, which is where we use Native Child as a vehicle, is that we are able to then visit high schools and give motivational talks and reward the kids that are doing well with tablets. And we also encourage them to explore different types of careers. Growing up, I know the main careers were like you had an accountant or a doctor, like the traditional, like if you did any of those careers, like you kind of made it. And if at that time we're going to be like a Trevor Noah to say, I want to be a comedian, I'm sure his parents might have looked at him like, what are you talking about? And so for us, it's to expose the young ones to ever-changing world that we're living in, and that whatever talents that they have, they can develop and really reach their potential. And that school is fun, you make friends, but also school is where you sharpen, I guess, your dreams. And they don't start once you're old. They start, I had the desire to have a hair care brand. I think I was 16. And so I do feel like those dreams need to be nurtured when they're young. Because we know, life is such that you'll meet people who laugh at you, who laugh at your dreams. And so people, will kind of lose hope and direction sometimes. And for us, as Native Child, and for me, myself as Sonto, is to encourage, to say, whatever dream you have, it's a gift from God, follow it. Work hard, you will be something one day. And so, that's what I'm passionate about, is the youth.
And I think there's something to take away from your story, because you took something that was a problem, your own problem, and because you were so passionate about it and you wanted to fix it, you actually came up with a solution, not just for yourself, but for a lot of women, because black hair really is something that has been hard for a long time.
Yes. Absolutely. So I think I'm a poster child of really you literally can do and be whatever you want to be. No one in this world can stop you. Literally no one. You can be and do whatever you want to be, but you also just need to be prepared to do the work that comes with that.
Yes. I think that's important, because with social media, everything is good and bad. People think it's really easy, and yet some of our dreams really require a lot of hard work, and that's okay. Hard work is okay.
Yeah, it shapes us. It shapes our character, and really that's where the journey is, because I know I learned some lessons too coming into entrepreneurship, because at some point early on, while I was still in the conceptual stages, I thought, it'll be great to work for myself. I'll wake up when I want to, whatever I want, and if I don't want to go to work, I won't have to. Little did I know the amount of work and sleeplessness I would face, and just sheer exhaustion. But it is part of the journey, and you do get rewarded for it. So it's okay. Like you say, it's okay. Hard work is okay.
It is. So was the funding the Native Child, when you started it, was it not hard? What was it like trying to get funding?
It was. I unfortunately was one of the people who tried to reach out to your, government institutions and that, and really didn't get anywhere with that. So I was not fortunate enough to, find a clear route. But again, it taught me, if you just have the determination, you'll still make it. So I had initially saved. So when I decided to change careers, I saved, because I knew that I was no longer going to have an income. And if this is what I wanted to do, I'll probably need some money to get going. So I saved literally every penny that I had, but obviously along the way it did finish. It wasn't enough. However, the story here is that I had sort of done some preparation work myself. And then just started with one product. I didn't start with the range. The hair caster oil that you talk about was my first baby. That was the first product which I had started for me, and that one then paved the way for other products. I added the shampoo and conditioner. After that, I added the milk and honey moisture cream. After that, so literally as money came in, I would then set aside some funds and added products that way slowly over the years to, I think now we're sitting with around 26 SKUs. But yeah, I literally started with just one product that added slowly. It was difficult though, because managing input costs versus, what you need to take as a profit, what you need to save, what you need to grow, very stressful period. So I had to be creative in terms of figuring things out, like how do I market the product? How do we get the word out there? Because there was no actual funding. I don't want to make it sound like it was easy.
No, I don't think it was. I genuinely do not think it was, especially because people would have to be funding something that is very new. It has not really been tested, so it must have been difficult.
Yeah.
It must have been difficult.
It was difficult, juggling everything and negotiating with everybody. Like, if someone says, this is my rates, you have to learn to say, do you think you could give me a better rate? You have to learn to ask. Ask people and negotiate and get better pricing, just so that you can cover what you need to cover. And I didn't have a salary for a while. Granted, I had a husband, but I didn't take a salary from the business for a very, very, very long time, because all the money it just kept going back in and kept going back in. But here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. God, I forgot what I wanted to say. Okay, so I wanted to ask that. I was going through the Native Child Instagram page, and I realized that you really have a great work environment. You seem to have a great relationship with your employees. So women are generally stereotyped, especially powerful women. They've been stereotyped as hard to work with, and all the other negative stereotypes. Have you found that sometimes you do get that before people get to know you? And how has it been? How do you make balance between being a good boss and having a great environment as well, without being disrespected or,
Sure, that's a hard one, hey? That's a hard one because by nature, I am a soft person.
Okay.
I'm not the overbearing type.
All right. Okay.
However, with that being said, I've seen that in business, that is seen as a weakness or taken advantage of. I don't know how to put it.
Yes.
And so, for me, what have been non-negotiables is performance. It's like we can laugh, we can be happy, we can joke around, but I don't joke around when it comes to performance. I do feel like everybody should be happy and comfortable, because why else then would you want to come to work if it's miserable? I also believe in a common respect. How I speak to you is how I expect you to speak to your colleagues. And I expect the same from our managers. And so there's a certain level of just common respect, man, and decency that we have to treat each other. For me, the person who's cleaning is just as important as the person who is just below me. There's no hierarchy in that sense. There may be hierarchy in terms of experience and job, and your job. However, there's no hierarchy in how we treat each other. And so I do encourage everybody to treat each other well. In fact, I feel like it has to start, the tone is to start from on top. But those who have worked with me long enough will tell you that when performance is not where it should be, I'm not afraid to let you know.
Okay.
So no, I don't believe in like, the type of woman who's trying to be a man. I'm not a man. I don't want to be a man. I want to maintain who I am, my personality, but at the same time, I also don't tolerate disrespect.
That's interesting, because you also previously mentioned in the previous question, you mentioned how you didn't take your salary, and so your husband was there for you. How do you think men can positively contribute to the advancement of women? How important is it for men to support women as well?
I think it's critically important, especially we're coming from a generation of have-nots, right?
Yes.
Where we lived on very little, and the saying is umuntu ngabantu is true, even within your families, whatever that circle looks like. To me, it was my husband. Somebody else, it could be a sibling. Somebody else, it could be a grandmother. Somebody else, it could be a best friend. Whatever that is, I feel like as long as you found your person, it is important that we do support each other. Because somewhere, somehow, we all benefit. Eventually, we will all benefit eventually. And when it's your turn to give, you also give. You give it forward. So I'm not going to shy away from the fact that my husband has been instrumental in me being able to achieve my success. Now, does that mean it's been hearts and roses? No. It's not always like that. And it does, when you're an entrepreneur, it does come with its stresses. He too, just by the way, was also an entrepreneur running his own thing. So he too had his own stresses. But at the end of the day, as partners, we support each other fully. And it's a two-way thing, So yes, he supported me, in one way in terms of making sure that I'm able to sustain myself, in one way, but in other ways, I also supported the family. So it's always like a give and take. But I do feel like it is important for men particularly, to answer your question, to support women, particularly because women, and especially Black women, have been at the bottom of the, what do we even call it?
I guess it's a hierarchy. I don't know.
No, what do we even call it? A hierarchy? We are literally at the bottom.
Yes.
And we are the hardest working. Come on. Like, I have been supported by women. Native Child is Native Child because it's been supported by women. I have PR who is a woman. I have so we have to sort of like pull together to be able to get somewhere. Like I say, for me it was my husband, but for somebody else it may look different, but it doesn't matter. When you are going to help someone, you need to do that.
Okay, no, that's true community. Ubuntu is who we are anyway.
Exactly.
Ubuntu is who we are. So with the introduction of your product, you have there's been a shift in beauty standards when it comes to Black women particularly. For a while it was, your hair has to be straight, and it was also easier to maintain it when it's straighter anyway, but it was damaging our hair. So how important do you think it is for young women particularly to receive messages about beauty self-acceptance in their natural state, especially in the climate that we're living in currently? How important do you think it is?
I think it is, because if you don't accept yourself in your God-given state, I can't reconcile that. Now, that doesn't mean, because at the same time, hair is a way of expressing yourself. It doesn't mean you can't relax, can't do waves or that. But I also feel like you should also be able to, if have a moment where it's just you and you are fine with that. You should be okay with that. You shouldn't feel some type of way if your hair is natural and you're like, oh gosh, I can't even go outside because I need to wear a cap, or I need to, like, no one must see me in my natural state. I think there's an inner dialogue that needs to be addressed. And so it is important, because it also goes with your self-esteem. You need to be comfortable enough, or each of us need to be comfortable enough to say, I'm going to the shop, I'm going to work just as I am. And you'll be fine with that and feel confident and still okay with that. And like I say, then there's an inner dialogue that needs to happen if you are not there yet. But again, this is not to bash women who just for whatever maybe prefer weaves, but I feel like even with your weaves, you should be able to, when you don't have your weave on, to still be okay.
Yes, you should still take care of your natural hair, even if you're going to wear the wig.
Exactly.
Yes.
It is important.
Okay, so what achievement are you proud of the most? What personal achievement are you proud of the most?
Okay, what I'm proud of the most is my children, and then second to that will be my achievement with Brand Native Child, what we've done. I still can't believe that a newbie who was never part of the industry, who didn't grow up as part of the industry, was able to enter this industry and not only get into one retailer, but basically all of them. We're, I think, almost in all retailers. And not only that, also to win awards. That to me shows me that, Black child, you are possible.
Yes.
You can do it. And so it is something, the journey of Native Child, sometimes I have to, it's weird, like I have to pinch myself. I still do when I walk past, say, a Clicks, and I'm in a Clicks and I walk past the brand, I'm like, oh my gosh, it still makes me chuckle.
Yes.
I'm here. This is the baby that grew up, that came from a thought and that grew, and now we are here. And so, without being prideful, if you know what I mean. I know your question wasn't about that, but without being prideful, it does make me proud to say, wow, Sonto, you did it.
No, as you should. As you should be proud. It's, as I said to you earlier before we started, I said I didn't realize whilst we were communicating, just preparing leading up to this interview, it did not click in my head. But when it did, I was like, oh my God, what a woman. What a woman. I'm still in shock. What a woman. You've really done well. You are a great role model to any African girl, Black African girl. It can be done. You can do it despite, yes, it can be done.
It can be done.
All right.
It can be done without backing from, because I think we always have this misconception that, it's maybe people with money and people that out from a family that was wealthy, or people, like whatever stories we tell ourselves. It doesn't matter what background you come from, it can be done.
Yes. No, so just to wrap it up, do you have any advice? Do you have any last words of wisdom? Do you have anything you'd like to share with our women of Africa?
I don't know if I'm equipped to be giving people words of wisdom, but
you are. I'll be the first one to say it. You definitely are.
I guess the first one would be to follow your passion, follow your dream, whatever that is. I speak to a lot of people who say, but I don't know what my purpose is. Your purpose is what you naturally gravitate to. It's those little seeds in your heart that nobody sees or may even know but you. Follow that because it will grow from those seeds and sprout into something that you may not have even imagined for yourself. I know that for myself, that when I wanted to go into a retailer, I didn't even think I would have had the reach that Native Child currently has. So follow your dreams, follow that inner voice. The second one is surround yourself. It's a hard one. This one is a hard one. But try to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. There comes a time where you have to cut off people. Because unfortunately, the company you keep, if the people around you are not necessarily what you want to be, is to reassess, okay? And you need to cut off the people that basically are not adding value. It seems harsh, but if you're trying to do something bigger, you're gonna need to surround yourself with positive people who support your dreams, who support where you want to be, where you're not having to be questioned, why are you doing this? But this doesn't make sense or whatnot. So all the negative voices, basically, you're trying to build a garden, there's weeds, they're gonna choke you, and you're not gonna be able to reach your highest potential. So you're gonna have to make some tough decisions. And then lastly, I would say be prepared to do the work. That's also another tough one. I went from a girlie who enjoyed sleeping in and waking up at like 6:30 to now finding myself having to change all of that to waking up at around 4, because you need to be of sound mind and you need to plan your day and you need to strategize while the world is quiet, before all the WhatsApps and the emails and the phone calls and the whatnot, and even the family wakes up. So is that there are some, what's the English word? There are some habits.
Okay,
some habits that you will have to let go of, and then there are some habits that you will need to learn to become the person to drive your dream.
You just called waking up at 6:30, sleeping in. I still hung up on that. Sleeping in 6:30, that's okay. I have things to unlearn.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. No, thank you so much. No, that's true.
I'm so sorry.
You willing to unlearn. It's okay. You must be willing to unlearn things. Life is like that. That's how you grow anyway. You unlearn old habits and then you learn new ones, especially to where you want to be. Yes.
Correct.
No. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
much. I've really enjoyed talking to you, and I really enjoyed these conversations. Hopefully our listeners will too as well. So we're really grateful. Continue doing what you're doing for Black women, man. Thank you so much. You have no idea. So continue doing what you're doing.
I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you for being a customer.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
The first time in my life I've been thanked by the founder for buying. So thank you.
You see, that's how we build community.
I'll just say, guys, I've been thanked by the founder.
Genuinely, thank you. You are part of the Native Child story.
Yes, no, I'm truly grateful. Thank you so much.